Hi, we're here today with John Cameron, all the way from Wellington, often known as Windy Wellington, in New Zealand, the capital city of New Zealand, has built an amazing church called Arise. How long have you been doing that, John?
We're about 11 and a half years into our journey now, which has been exciting.
Yeah, so how old were you when you started?
29 years old.
So you're like 41 now.
Yeah, 41 years old, yeah.
And your church has grown?
Yeah, it's going great. We started off with 7 people, a little drama studio, and now it's 4 different campuses, different parts of New Zealand. Wellington's still like our mothership, so that's the biggest of the lot, and it's been an exciting journey.
So, like more than 10,000 people in the whole thing?
10,000 people involved in the church, and then on a Sunday we'll give about 5,500.
Okay. Yeah, so you went to Christchurch and you took the entertainment centre down there?
No, not in Christchurch. In Wellington we meet in the entertainment centre,
right.
that's fine, and then in Christchurch we meet in a performing arts theatre,
Okay.
which has been a really big God thing because all of the entertainment centre precinct of Christchurch is gone after the earthquake, so so praise God.
Amen.
Yeah.
And so the average age of your congregation?
Most people, we're about 60-70%, or maybe more, but about 70% under 30.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So in terms of where you get those people from, is it high schools or college? Or?
Yeah, outreach to universities is probably the #1 trait of our church, and then outreach into high schools is something that we obviously are very involved with as well. But when the church really began to take off was when we started reaching university campuses, and that's still where probably about 70-80% of my staff have come out of university outreach. It's like a giant youth group.
Incredible, because like most people would think that is the most difficult crew to reach, because they're kind of getting cynical and they're getting such a wide world view. So how have you done that?
Well, for us, it's just all about service and building friendships. I think that moving to a city and becoming part of something new is, daunting, and so we're trying to be there as a friend at the moment. But I mean, we just haven't found that to be the case, I guess. I mean, I guess your expectation determines, what you think's going to happen, and I guess I've just always seen it as being a massive harvest field.
Right.
And for us, it really, really has been.
Incredible. So people at that age are kind of searching and finding.
Yeah, open, very open to everything, not just Christianity.
Right.
And then for us, relationships is definitely the pathway to finding Christ.
It's incredible. So you get a lot of people first-time decision for Christ.
Absolutely, yeah. And even it's wonderful now in our staff. We're doing a building, and so we hired a guy full-time. He's an architect, got a master's, but comes from a totally unchurched background and found Christ through our university outreach.
Amazing.
And that's a very common story.
So if I was asking you to help me reach that generation as a pastor in a church, what would you say?
I would say make relationship your key, not proclamation of the gospel, especially outside of your church services. Obviously in church, preach the gospel, but outside of it, build relationships. Serve, build relationships.
What were some ideas for doing that?
Of what?
Serving.
Serving?
Creating a relationship.
Well, finding doorways. Jesus touched present needs. So for us, Jesus was a physician to a generation that was ill, and I think today he would touch to not just physical healing, but I think he would touch mental illness. I think if Christ was alive today, he'll be known as calming anxieties, dealing with, phobias, and helping people to be free. So I think we just got to find felt needs and touch people where they're at, and then out of that.
So in the university campus, you'd go in there and create a group, and then talk about this sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so if I was to do that, I said, what would I do? I'd go to the university leaders and say, can I start a group on campus?
Yeah, best way to do it is through students. So you just need 1 or 2, but if they can get you access, then really the church just becomes the pool that funds it. So I think our job's just to resource it from behind. We work with the leaders, we create the culture. Yeah.
Because people that age, I think young adults are looking for a cause.
Yes.
And definitely you're giving it to them. You are quite well known, very well known, for two things that I can think of besides your phenomenal church, and that is your preaching and disciple making. And so in the disciple making arena, what is it that you do that accomplishes that in such a great way?
I don't know, but great question. I think one thing I'm really bad at is teaching people skills. So I've never been good at that. I've never written a manual. We've never had a leadership training track. But my focus has always been on discipling hearts. So I want unity. I know what our church needs to create. So I've always really focused on making sure that the hearts of those who are part of our team are in the right place.
Right.
And any issues to that, we're gonna work on it real quick and focus on those issues.
That's awesome.
And then I guess we've always tried to work with eagles, work with Daniels. One of our themes is to try. Nebuchadnezzar was the most successful ruler the world has ever seen, and the reason why was he chose young people who were handsome, out of any physical defect, showing aptitude for every kind of learning, well informed, quick to understand, and he brought them real close. Right. So we've always made that our focus.
Amazing. Yeah, so in preaching, last question. What's the key to being a great communicator?
Learning from you. You tell me. I don't know. I think, you should be who you are. You should never calm down. I mean, sometimes people commentate on my preaching and say, oh, you're really passionate. Like passion is like a fashion accessory. It makes me really mad, and I have to be careful because they mean it sometimes complimentary, but passion comes from in you. It's not a necklace. It's a state of being.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you think that passion and enthusiasm and excitement are all the same thing?
I think enthusiasm is just an enthusiastic person. I'm actually not enthusiastic by nature. I'm cynical by nature.
Right.
But I definitely, for me, I think when I gave my all to Christ, that has never left me,
Right.
And so I definitely believe that what we're doing is going to change the world and
Totally.
change me,
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, John. Thank you.